Tensions have now escalated in the Middle East after United States of America and Israel launched attacks on Iran. The attacks were directed at Tehran and have since caused huge damage. Let's further unpack this with SABC News specialist correspondent Sophie Mokoena, who joins us on the line. Sophie, a very good afternoon to you. So talk to us about the massive impact that these attacks have basically on aviation, the current travel warnings, as well as instructions that have been put in place, especially travel to African countries, and which countries basically and citizens will be mostly affected by these attacks. We've just heard Nick Harper there. There are fears that there could be, of course, a wider regional conflict.
Well, clearly the airspace in the Middle East is currently closed, and therefore countries such as the United Arab Emirates, you know that Dubai, it is a hub where you connect flights going to South America, North America, Europe, even Eastern Europe, Russia, Asia, and of course the Middle East and the continent. Dubai is a world or global hub as it relates to connecting flights to different parts of the world. And the African continent in particular, because we have challenges of airlines, we often fly to Dubai when we want to connect to any region. And therefore, passengers from the African continent who are supposed to travel to Dubai to connect flights to those different regions will not be able to travel. Those who are already in those regions would want to come to Africa via Dubai. They can't travel. Those who are currently at the airport in Dubai, they can't leave United Arab Emirates. We saw the airline announcing that there won't be flights going out or coming in, and therefore people will be accommodated at hotels. And when you look at the visuals at the airport in Dubai, it's quite packed. The same with Qatar. You know that Qatar has also become an important country in terms of connecting flights. Therefore, they will not be able to leave or land in that country and other neighboring countries. And we saw international airlines already announcing that they will not fly to the Middle East because of the airspace. We saw flights coming from U.S. returning back, some from Europe going back that were supposed to fly to the Middle East or the Gulf region. And therefore, the aviation sector is affected, and the industry will have challenges in the coming days because we don't know when will the airspace be safe in the Middle East or in the Gulf region.
Absolutely, Sophie. Well, there's also a ripple effect, type of impact, not just on people in aviation. The economy should be at the top of the focus of the impact. How are the various markets reacting since the news of these developments?
We know that it is weekend now in most regions, and therefore you won't quickly pick up the impact as it relates to market. But in those countries where the markets will open soon and there are activities, you will see the impact, particularly as it relates to oil. The oil price is going to go up because we know that that Gulf region, they are the main source of oil and gas. The other issue is that the vessels, cargo vessels coming from America or carrying the flag of the United States of America and Israel, the Houthis in Yemen have already announced that they are going to attack those vessels, Americans and also Israel. But other countries will be scared to use that route. In other words, now the Red Sea is not safe. It's closed. In the same way, the airspace is closed. Now the sea route is closed. And therefore, these vessels must now via the Cape of Good Hope, that is us, South Africa, or Cape Town. Now, will the harbour be able to deal with the pressure if there were lots of ships directed to go via Cape of Good Hope for refreshment of halfway because they can't use the Red Sea now. Therefore, much as we are here down south, we will be affected economically in terms of oil. But secondly, the two airports, Cape Town and OR Tambo, these are major airports, international airports, including the Kinshasa, because you have UAE flights flying to these three airports. In other words, even our airports are currently affected. And lastly, that will then affect the economy generally, the global economy, because the problem with the Red Sea will lead to problems or challenges of supply chain. Those goods that are supposed to go through that Red Sea will not be delivered on time. And therefore, the global economy will be affected. But you will see the implications as it relates to the economy, particularly on Monday when markets are active in different regions. You'll see the impact, including the oil price. But the reality is, as we speak, even countries on the continent, I saw the Ethiopian airline, which is the main airline that's connecting Africans to the world, saying that no flights will go to some countries in the Middle East. And remember, Ethiopian airline is one powerful airline on the continent connecting Africans with the entire world. The same with a KQ, that is Kenyan Airways. Flights to Middle East will not go. And also I saw the Rwandan Air making a similar announcement as it relates to that route to the Middle East. And therefore you can see the implication.
All right, Sophie, thank you so much for that. Definitely a story that is currently developing, and we will be, of course, bringing you all the updates as soon as they become available to us. That was SABC News specialist correspondent Sophie Mokoena with some analysis there on the developments on the Iran-Israel-US conflict.